Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mr. His podcast. We are here getting it in once again, time and time again, and the world's biggest Philadelphia fan is here to tap dance. We are here to rub it in. We are here to get real petty and real ugly for everybody who said it wasn't going to happen, for everybody who said we couldn't do it, for all the haters and the naysayers and all the things that you said we couldn't do, that wasn't going to get done. All the things got done. And now we are going to be, and have been, absolutely insufferable. You get to go through months and months of us enjoying our Super Bowl victory. Second one in probably 5 years. Different coaches, different quarterbacks. Just doesn't matter. We are a premier organization in the NFL, beating the premier organization of the NFL with the premier quarterback and the premier head coach. And you know what? It didn't matter, not even a little bit. Because you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't a win. This was a destruction. This was belt to ass of a team that we were the underdog. And even though we had the better roster, top to bottom, everybody knew it. The only thing that our team was not better than, demonstrably better than, was we were not better at head coach, and we were not really better at quarterback. And yet it didn't matter. Why? Because we had one of the greatest defensive performances in the history of the NFL. Of the history of the game. I want to make sure that I get some of these statistics right, because your boy's getting a little old. So let's, as you can see, the bald head. Let's put on the glasses. There you go. All right, I want to make sure that I get this right. So at what point in the first quarter, the Chiefs were down 20, I believe they were 24-0 at halftime. So the Chiefs at halftime had one first down. They had 23 net yards, 1.2 yards per play, and they were 0-6 on third down. Do you know that Patrick Mahomes in this vaunted offense did not even pass midfield the whole first half? Who are you? Who are you? How did you get here? How did you... the Bills, you had the Bills. You had the Broncos, the Bills, the Bengals with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. There were the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry. There were so many great representatives of the AFC. How did you get here? And that's what you did. You know why? Because we have a great defense. And you know that defense starts with the manimal, the knuckle dragon savage, the person that I really believe was the MVP of the game. I love Jalen Hurts, and I'm going to do a different segment on him. I love Jalen, but the MVP of this entire season is the sophomore, only second year in the league, the defensive tackle, Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is an absolute savage. His knuckle drag, he walks around and drags his knuckles on the floor. He's a slobbering beast. And there's nothing anybody in the league can do about it. Like, you know, when Aaron Donald retires, talk about who's the next Aaron Donald? That guy over there. He's unblockable. He has held every single play. The offensive line has to worry about him. They have to double team him. They have to keep tight ends in. They have to keep shift the protection over to him. They have to shift and move the pocket away from him because he's just that nice. He's that big. He's that strong. He's that fast. He can twist. He can angle. He's got moves on top of moves. And there's nothing you can do about it. He changes the one player, because he demands that much attention, changes the game for everybody else on the defensive line. You think Josh Sweat and Williams and Braun and all them dudes can do what they do if it wasn't for that three technique just being an absolute menace in the middle of the field. You think Braun makes the Pro Bowl this year? Never made a Pro Bowl before. He's an all-pro. You know why? Because you can never get a guard off on him. You can never get a center or a guard getting up to the second level when they got to worry about Jalen Carter and they can't move Jordan Davis. Never. That man is going to extend the careers of people. He's going to make everybody else's job better. Why? Because you got the one thing that every quarterback hates is when you can get pressure with just four guys. When those four linemen up front can get pressure on a quarterback and I don't have to blitz, that's a long day for any quarterback. And when I can say that, the last time I saw this in the Super Bowl was 2007 when the New England Patriots were trying to go undefeated when they had Randy Moss and and Gronk and Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time. They were going crazy that season. They were undefeated. And they were trying to go whatever it was, 14, 15, whatever it was. So the Giants' defensive line that year, Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, were able to get pressure on Tom Brady with just those four guys, and he couldn't go anywhere. They just collapsed on him, and they just gave him. He was just running for his life the entire game, and that is what happened to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was running for his life all game, not pressured, running for his life all game. I've never seen him like that. Just scramble, not for years. I think maybe once or twice I've seen him do that one, but not the whole game. The whole game, 6 sacks. 2 interceptions, 1 run back for a touchdown. This is a defensive performance for the ages. One of the greatest. At one point, it was 40-6. Shut up. Shut up. Nothing you can say 40-6. There's nothing you can. So let's go down the list. Let's see. Commanders fans who thought you was that nice. And thought that you were going to we put a 55 burger on you. You can sit down and shut up. Cowboy. You can sit down and shut up. But you can do. So Detroit got beat by the Commanders. Nobody saw that coming. You can sit down and shut up. Now, I will say this about Detroit. Okay, Detroit, you had a lot of injuries. That probably would have been, that should have been you in the NFC Championship game, and it probably would have been a game for the ages. You had a lot of injuries, so I kind of get that one. Oh, goodness. Who else? The Rams, who we beat twice. Yeah. Who you thought you was talking to? This was just an absolute belt-to-ass whooping for the ages. And I wanted to talk and just to give particular love to the defense. And I want to say a particular shout out to for Cooper DeJean, my man, white man from University of Iowa, who scores the interception and the touchdown pick 6 on his birthday, first year in the league. I mean, what a great story. But y'all need to stop talking about him like he's fast for a white boy. He's athletic for a white boy. He's fast. He is that dude. And let me tell you something. For as fast as you think Saquon Barkley is, as fast as he is, Cooper DeJean is faster than Saquon Barkley. When they came out of high school, the two of them Cooper DeJean's numbers coming out of high school, he was much faster and much more explosive than Saquon Barkley. The Saquon ran about the fastest time, it was about 10.9, and DeJean ran about 10.7. Low 10.7. And then it had a long jump of 24 feet, 7 inches. That is a long way for anybody. There's college kids that can't long jump that far. So that guy coming out of college was absolute monster. Played basketball, all-state basketball, dunking on everybody. That's a real dude right there. So let's not, he's fast for a white dude. No. I want you to think about this right now. You got Quinshon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. The Quinshon Mitchell, the shutdown corner out of University of Toledo. Shout out to the MAC, by the way, for coming. And shout out to him who had opportunities to go to NIL and go to bigger programs and decided to stay in Toledo. Shout out to him. And then also Cooper DeJean, I think it was maybe a 3-star dude coming out of high school. Also on the Eagles defense are 2 guys, Keely Ringo and Eli Ricks. Those 2 guys, Keely Ringo went to Georgia. Eli Ricks split time between Alabama and LSU. 5-star dudes who literally recruited all over the country, and everybody wanted them. And those two end up going like 5th round and undrafted. And the guy from nowhere, Toledo, comes out as a starter and is shutting people out. And then the white guy from Iowa, who everybody's always going to switch to safety, whatever like that. The first white starting corner in the league, and since Jason Sehorn with the New York Giants, and both rookies. How do we trust putting this defense together? Absolutely crazy. And by the way, New York Giants, I would be remiss to not bring you guys up. Listen, Saquon, they did a good job. Actually, did a good job setting down Saquon, and they really put it in the hands of Jalen Hurts and said, "Oh, he can't. We're going to stop Saquon because we know Saquon can beat us, and then we're going to see if Jalen Hurts can beat us." And he did. He really did. So I'm going to let them say that for a whole other video, but big up on the defense and one of the greatest defensive coordinators, defensive performances ever. And shout out to Nick Fangio, by the way. The Nick Fangio, who was let go by the Miami Dolphins for being too hard. He's too hard. He didn't relate to players. He's too old school. He's too rugged. He's too hard on the guys. He came to the right place. It's Philly, baby. Be hard on those dudes. And out here with the guys that really want to be coached, when they're real grown men. Not they're whining about he's too hard on a dude. That hurts my spirit as a grown man to hear another adult talk about, oh, he was too hard on our guys. We're not talking about grown men. What are we even talking about right now? So, you know what? I don't want to do that. So, no one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're from Philly, fucking Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. My time. Take it easy.